getting ready to buy a house in 2024? You'll want to watch this video. I want to leave with you today 4 important steps as you're preparing to buy a home. And most of them have to do with the financial side of it, because buying a home, the financing side, getting a mortgage, getting your loan pre-approval done is the engine, the key engine to a successful purchase of buying a home. Step number 1, pay down your debt as much as possible. The first thing that you need to do, it's hard to save money if you've got all these debts piling up, right? So if you have credit card balances, things that should be, the balances need to come down so that your minimum payment, the monthly payment is reduced, hopefully, and your debt balances are not so high. Because when you get with a mortgage specialist, one of the first things they're going to look at is to see what your debt to income ratio is. It's hard to get pre-approved to purchase if your outstanding loan balances is so high that the lender cannot see you being able to make the mortgage payment and add more to your debt balances, if that makes sense. So you've got to reduce your debt payments. Step number 2, saving money. Start saving money. Every paycheck you get, if you don't have this set up already, the best way to do it is to set aside, open up a savings account. That's the account you don't touch at all, okay? And you set aside whatever the percentage amount is. If it's 10% of your weekly, bi-weekly, monthly paychecks, every paycheck, a certain percentage goes directly into that savings account. That's your house funding account. It's not the account you go to dip in to buy a new pair of shoes or a leather jacket or anything like that. That's your savings money. And when you don't see it, when the money goes straight into there, if there's a way for you to do that, you can set that up probably through your online banking, that when the paycheck is deposited, a certain amount goes straight into that savings account. You can do that. 3rd steps, run a check on your credit scores. If you have a banking institution, if you have a credit card, many of these companies offer that as like a free way for you to be able to check your credit score. You can run your credit score, and it doesn't affect your credit score when you are running just to check it. You don't want to go to the mortgage specialist and be surprised that your credit score is, 550. I believe you need at least 620 to 650. The higher the credit score, the better the interest rates you're going to get. So you want to make sure you know where you are before you even start the process. Have an idea of where your credit score is. And a lot of times the things that affect your credit scores are if you have collections, if you have bills that you were delinquent on, or if you close credit card accounts. Believe it or not, if you have a bunch of credit cards out there, the balances out there, or not the balances, but the credit cards, and you're not using them, it's better to just put the credit cards away or cut them up. That's what I do. Cut them up. You don't have to use them, but you don't have to close your credit line. It's a funny society that we're in. The more credit cards you have, the more it appears that you are in a better financial situation. The key thing is not to run up the balances. Don't run up your credit card balances. You can have them, but don't keep closing the accounts, because that affects your credit score, believe it or not. Step number 4, find your trusted, reputable, experienced, honest, responsive, professional mortgage specialist, sometimes called a lender, okay? If you don't have one, and if you're in the local area, I'm more than happy to connect you with one of our trusted lending partners. Just email me at kasama@kasamasales.com, and I'm more than happy to connect you with one or two, and you can interview and see which one you might like to work with. Really, really critically important. I can't say it enough. In 2023, we had served more sellers than buyers, and I got to see different types of lenders that pre-approved the buyers that were submitting offers to our clients' homes. And I can tell you that there is a difference who you work with as a lender. Some lenders are not responsive, they're not professional, they don't deliver the goods, so to speak, as they said they would. When you're depending on them, the buyer, you're entrusting to an expert to take care of you. Sometimes you don't know the questions to ask. So it's really important that you work with somebody who's gonna have your best interest at heart. Hopefully you have that real estate agent as well representing you as the buyer, because real estate as an industry is kind of a maze. And if you don't have a trusted professional who's experienced, who knows how to think outside the box to represent you, it could literally impact the success of whether you get the keys to that home or not. If you find this content valuable, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos like this. Your comment, your likes, your subscriptions help get our channel out there to reach people so that we can serve them with these great contents. Thanks for your support.